Now we have to deal with the Provident Fund. The Provident Fund means to provide for future. This fund is credited with the amount deducted from the salary of the employee every month at a certain rate. Employer also contributes to this fund. Then interest is credited to this fund, and on retirement the employee will receive a lump sum from this. So actually Provident Fund is a retirement benefit. From Provident Fund, it's actually meant for a retirement benefit. Employer contributes from the salary of the employee, a fixed sum is deducted. Then employer also contributes. Then interest is credited. At the time of retirement or death of the employee, or employee become permanently incapacitated, then this amount will be paid from the Provident Fund. So this is actually meant to provide a fund for retirement, or there are usually 4 types of Provident Fund. Statutory Provident Fund, PF, Recognized Provident Fund, Provident Fund, then Unrecognized Provident Fund, Unrecognized PF, then Public Provident Fund. These are the 4 types of Provident Fund. Provident Fund to which the Provident Fund Act of 1925 applies. That is Statutory Provident Fund. This is maintained by government and semi-government officers. Government and semi-government officers like university, local authority, recognized education institutions, statutory corporations, they have this Statutory Provident Fund. A Provident Fund to which the Provident Fund Act of 1925 applies, that is Statutory Provident Fund. Government and semi-government officers is maintaining this Statutory Provident Fund. Next comes Recognized Provident Fund. Recognized Provident Fund means Provident Fund to which the Provident Fund Act of 1952 applies. This is 1925, Mateda 1952. 1952 applies. Here, both employer and employee contributes to this fund. I shall read them the rules. I shall explain the rules later. Then Unrecognized Provident Fund means Provident Fund which is not recognized by the Commissioner of Income Tax. This is neither Statutory Provident Fund nor Recognized Provident Fund. It is recognized by the PF Commissioner but not recognized by the Commissioner of Income Tax. This is maintained by private sector agencies, Unrecognized Provident Fund. Then comes Public Provident Fund. Public Provident Fund, anybody can become Provident Fund. This was started in 1968, and anybody can become a member in a public provident fund. He need not be an employee. Even non-employed persons, people other than employees, they can become members of Public Provident Fund. The minimum amount to be deposited in Public Provident Fund is 500. Maximum amount is 1,50,000. Now let us see what are the rules with regard to Statutory Provident Fund. Suppose when an employee is a member of a Statutory Provident Fund, his own contributions, they are included in the salary of the employee. Employee's contribution, that is neither included in his, that is not at all included in his salary. Only employee's contribution, as far as Statutory Provident Fund is concerned, only employee's contribution will be included in salary, but employee's contribution will not be included in the salary. This amount which you invest in Statutory Provident Fund, that qualifies for deduction under section 80C, 80C we have to deal in detail. The maximum amount that is eligible for exemption, that is from the total gross salary you are entitled, gross total income you are entitled to get deduction under section 80C. Maximum eligibility is 1,50,000 together with other items. When the employee retires from service, he will get lump sum from Statutory Provident Fund. That is neither included in his salary nor taxes payable. It is completely exempted when you receive the lump sum. So I shall explain once more the rules regarding Statutory Provident Fund. The Provident Fund to which the Provident Fund Act of 1925 applies. This is usually maintained by government and semi-government officers like university, recognized education, aided education institutions, then comes statutory corporations, etc. Employer's contribution to this Provident Fund, that is not included in his salary, employee's contribution will only be included. The maximum amount for exemption under section 80C is 1,50,000 together with our other items. Or we can say that amount that is contributed to Statutory Provident Fund that is eligible for exemption under section 80C. When the employee retires from service or when he receives it otherwise, it is fully exempted from tax. That is, neither it is included in his income nor taxes payable. Recognized Provident Fund. Employee's contribution that is included in his salary, just as in the case of Statutory Provident Fund. What about employee's contribution? That point you have to be very careful, because when we work out problem, we usually recognized Provident Fund comes. Employee's contribution up to 12% of the employee's salary, that is exempted. 12% of the employee's salary, that is employee's contribution. If an employer contributes 15%, the excess 3% shall be included in his salary. Just like that, interest credited on recognized Provident Fund up to 9.5% it is exempted. If it is more than 9.5%, 10%, then that 0.5% that will be included in his salary. That also qualifies for exemption under section 80C. When lump sum is received by the employee from recognized Provident Fund, it is neither included in his salary nor it is taxable. Yes. Next one we had, I have finished recognized Provident Fund. Recognized Provident Fund means Provident Fund to which the Provident Fund Act of 1952 applies. Where a person is a member of the recognized Provident Fund, his own contribution will be included in the salary. Employer's contribution up to 12% of employee's salary, that will be exempted. Interest credit up to 9.5%, it will be exempted. When lump sum is received, it is fully exempted from tax. Next is unrecognized Provident Fund. Unrecognized Provident Fund, which is not recognized by the Commissioner of Income Tax, but it is recognized by the Commissioner of Provident Fund. When a person is a member of a recognized Provident Fund, his own contributions are deducted out of his salary, and the net salary is paid. His net salary is paid, but his full salary is included in the taxable income. His full salary will be included in the taxable income. Suppose the salary of the employee is 30,000 per month, 2,000 is deducted for unrecognized Provident Fund. When you compute the salary, 30,000 itself will be included. Employee's contribution, interest on employee's contribution, that will not be included in his income from year to year. അത് ഓരോ വർഷം ഇൻകത്തിനകത്ത് ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യില്ല. But it is taxable only at the time of retirement. Employee's contribution to recognized Provident Fund and interest on employee's contribution. When an employee contributes to unrecognized Provident Fund, that does not qualify for deduction under section 80C. 80C പ്രകാരം നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഡിഡക്ഷൻ കിട്ടില്ല അൺറെക്കഗ്നൈസ്ഡ് പ്രൊവിഡന്റ് ഫണ്ടിലോട്ട് കൊടുക്കുന്നതിന്. Next comes public provident fund. Public provident fund, anybody can contribute. The amount that is the interest is exempted. another point I forgot to tell you, when you receive lump sum from recognized Provident Fund, own contribution is exempted. Whatever be the amount he has already contributed, his own contribution, that is exempted because it is included in his salary at the time of contribution to recognized Provident Fund. Recognized Provident Fund to contribute ചെയ്യുന്ന സമയത്ത് അയാളുടെ കോൺട്രിബ്യൂഷൻ സാലറിയിൽ ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അപ്പോൾ വീണ്ടും തിരിച്ചു കിട്ടുമ്പോൾ അത് ഇൻക്ലൂഡ് ചെയ്യില്ല. ബട്ട് employees contribution and interest on employees contribution, that will be included under the head income from salary. What about interest on employees contribution? That is also taxable, but that is not included under the head income from salary, but it is included under the head income from other sources. What? Interest on employees contribution. So much about that. Public Provident Fund, the minimum amount to be contributed is 500, maximum 1,50,000. That is eligible for deduction under Section 80C. When lump sum is received, that is exempted from tax. Then Public Provident Fund, anybody can become member of a Public Provident Fund. Next is Approved Superannuation Fund. Approved Superannuation Fund. Approved Superannuation Fund. The purpose of this fund is to provide annuity or pension to the employees either on his retirement or on he attaining a specified age or becoming incapacitated. Either it shall be paid, suppose the assessee is not when the assessee is not alive, his widows and children or dependents on the death of the employee. So Approved Superannuation Fund is a fund created to provide annuity or pension either on the retirement of the employee or on attaining a certain age or he becoming permanent incapacitated. It may either pay to the employee or to his widows, children or or his dependents or legal heirs on the death of the employee. It is a fund that is approved by the Commissioner of Income Tax in accordance with the provisions contained in Rule 3, Part B of the 4th Schedule. Rule 3, Part B of the 4th Schedule of the Income Tax Act that deals with that. The fund is established under irrecoverable trust in connection with at least 90% of the employees of this trade are employed in India. ഇതിൽ ഉള്ള എംപ്ലോയീസ് 90% ഇന്ത്യക്കാരായിരിക്കണം. The fund is established. The employer of that trade contributes to this fund annuities of pensions and other benefits from this. ഒരു കാര്യം പ്രത്യേകം ശ്രദ്ധിക്കാനുള്ള annuities or pensions are payable in India. This amount is also eligible for exemption under Section 80C. 1,50,000 ഇതിനും exemption ഉണ്ട്. Where any contribution made by the employer together with the interest on contributions are paid to an employee during the lifetime in certain circumstances, income tax on the employer contribution അതിൻ്റെ ഇൻട്രസ്റ്റും എംപ്ലോയി ജീവിച്ചിരിക്കുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ കൊടുക്കുകയാണെങ്കിൽ ചില സാഹചര്യത്തിൽ ഇൻകം ടാക്സ് ഷാൽ ബി പെയ്ഡ്. ഇൻകം ടാക്സ് സോ പെയ്ഡ് ഷാൽ ബി ഡിഡക്റ്റഡ്. ഇൻകം ടാക്സ് ഓൺ ദ എമൗണ്ട് ഷാൽ ബി ഡിഡക്റ്റഡ് അറ്റ് ദ ആവറേജ് റേറ്റ് എന്നാണ് പറഞ്ഞിരിക്കുന്നത്. ഇത്രയൊക്കെയാണ് ഇതിനകത്ത് പറയാനുള്ളത്. ഇനി let us see what are the deductions which are allowed when you compute the income from salary. From gross salary, there are certain deductions. The deductions under Section 16 are allowed from the gross salary. Which are them? There are 3 deductions which are allowed. One is standard deduction. One standard deduction, maximum amount is 50,000. Then entertainment allowance, and the third one is tax on employment. tax on employment. Standard deduction is given in section 16(1)(a). The maximum 16(1)(a). The deduction for the standard deduction is 50,000. Then for entertainment allowance. Entertainment allowance that is given in section 16(2). This entertainment allowance, when I discussed the entertainment allowance, I told you that entertainment allowance is taxable. That is included in the gross salary of both the government employees and non-government employees. All type of employees, this entertainment allowance is included in the gross salary. But a deduction for entertainment allowance is given for government employees. There are 3 clauses given. The least shall be allowed as a deduction. Let us see what is the amount of deduction for entertainment allowance. Actual amount received, then 1/5 of salary to 1/5 of salary, 3 rupees 5,000, whichever is the least, that shall be allowed as a deduction. So for salary for this purpose means only basic salary exclusive of all allowances, perquisites and perquisites. Only basic salary shall be taken for this. 1/5 of salary, only basic salary. Only basic salary. So there are 3 clauses given. Entertainment allowance, suppose you receive 10,000 rupees as entertainment allowance, that is first included in the salary, gross salary, then you are entitled to get a deduction. The deduction shall be least of the following. Least of the following. Least of the following means actual amount received, 1/5 of salary. Salary means only basic salary, rupees 5,000, whichever is the least. Whichever is the least, that shall be allowed as a deduction. This deduction for entertainment allowance is given only for government employees. Only for government employees. For non-government employees, it is fully taxable. Now comes tax on employment. Any tax levied, section 16(3). Any tax levied by any authority, not income tax, employment tax levied by either municipality, corporation, panchayat, that will be allowed as a deduction under section 16(3). Now you will arrive at the total salary or taxable salary. These are the points which you have to see. Now I will give you a chart showing the computation of income from salary. Chart showing what are the items to be included. Chart showing computation of income from salary. Chart showing computation of income chart showing computation of income from salary. What are the items that will be shown? First, salary or wages. Two, advance salary. 3. Dearness pay. 4. Dearness allowance. Dearness pay, dearness allowance. Then bonus, fees, commission, taxable portion of allowances taxable, taxable portion of allowances, taxable portion of allowances, value of taxable perquisite, value of taxable perquisite, profit in lieu of or in addition to salary or wages, in lieu of or addition to salary or wages. Under that comes amount of compensation. Amount of compensation. Amount of compensation. Then amount received on encashment of leave surrender. Amount received on encashment of leave surrender while in service. While in service, that we can deal later. Leave encashment we have not studied. Then contribution to RPF in contribution of employer, contribution of employer to RPF in excess of 12% of salary, in excess of 12% of salary, interest credited in excess of 9.5%. Interest credited in excess of 9.5%. Now comes retirement benefits. On retirement of employee. On retirement of employee, unrecognized Provident Fund, unrecognized Provident Fund, unrecognized PF, share of employer and interest. Share of employer and interest thereon. And interest thereon. Taxable part of gratuity. Taxable part of gratuity the taxable portion of leave encashment received leave encashment earned. Taxable part of leave encashment earned. Then retrenchment compensation now then compensation on voluntary retirement on voluntary retirement then pension uncommuted full uncommuted commuted taxable portion. When you add all these, you will be getting gross salary. From gross salary, you are entitled to get deduction for less gross salary, less standard deduction 1, then entertainment allowance, and the last one is tax on employment. Tax on employment. Then you will arrive at the net salary. This is the chart you have to. In your book, this chart may be available. You have to go through because all these items except the retirement benefits which you have to deal in the next chapter, that we have to deal in detail. In any way, I have given all the items. Now let us work out a small problem from this. Then you will understand how to find out how to work out a problem.